What's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's installment of JJG and The Face. It's me, your favorite JJG, Jacob James Garcia, and on this episode, The Face is the face of mixed martial arts. I'm here with guest in Adelaide, Australia, Luke Vidler. How you doing, Luke?
Good, man. Nice to be here.
You should be in a great mood. This man just came off of his first victory ever. Not first time he's won versus losses. He's actually got his first. You're 1-0.
Basically undefeated.
You're undefeated at the moment, so I'm with undefeated fighter Luke Vidler. So cheers to your victory, first of all, dude.
Thank you.
And I realize you're drinking a beer because it's Australia, but I'm drinking a wine because it's Australia.
Exactly.
I got 2 more days left here, man. I got to take you your wine. I feel a little cultured and fancy. I feel a little less tough next to you, though, too. I'm all like, I'm having my fancy wine, but he'll kick your ass. So, it is kind of a basic question. But I want to know this, like, you came off your first victory, and this was just, what, 2 days ago?
Yeah, Friday.
Okay, 2 days ago. How you feeling now?
Stoked. It's everything I've hoped for. Like, I've been training for about 2 years, and every day just going through my head, watching other fighters, watching it on the TV, and hoping that was me. And now it's done. Now it's a dream I had. And it's there.
So yeah, I was watching your fight. You look like, okay, correct me if I'm wrong. When I was watching the fight, I'm just outside looking in. You look like you were attacking on feet, and he kept on getting you down and ground. So you started attacking submissions, which was fantastic, because at first I'm like, oh, he's a striker, he doesn't want to be on the ground. But then I saw you maneuvering, positioning. You went for an arm bar, and then I thought you were letting up on it. I thought you were giving up on the arm bar. I didn't know you though.
Yeah.
But some people around me were your teammates, so I was going for you because I just happened to be next to them.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, I'll side with these guys. And then I thought you were giving up on the arm bar. I'm like, no, dude, don't give up on the arm bar. And then you just repositioned, you locked it in, you got the tap. Now, was that, what would you say your preference is? I realize it's mixed martial artist.
Yeah.
Did you start as a full mixed martial artist, or did you have a base that you started with initially? Because watching you fight, you're clearly well-rounded. So, what was your introduction as a martial artist?
Well, I definitely started with jiu-jitsu. I did jiu-jitsu for about 8 months before I even started striking. I did some classes here and there, but I was really fumbling around, but jiu-jitsu is where I really excelled. And that moment where I threw up the armbar, and in the video you can see him sort of pull it out, just about to escape, and that was his last-ditch effort. And that was when it finally set in and I could get the tap. But it was just that one moment where I've drilled it so many times in the gym. My coaches actually hate me for it because I'm on my back, I'm not winning the fight. But it's just that last-ditch effort, just that Hail Mary play, throw the arm bar, and it worked.
You didn't seem, because I watched your whole walk-in, because you were the, second fight?
First fight.
You were the first fight of the night. Okay. So I watched your walk-in. You seemed pretty chill. Like you seemed like someone that wasn't terrified to be making your octagon debut. Were you nervous? Were you hiding it well? Did you have a good poker face, or were you actually? You seemed like it was another day at the office for a guy who was 0-0. How were you feeling going in?
It was definitely a very good poker face. I was extremely nervous, but when I was going into it, I'm like, I've wanted this. I've asked for this. It's going to happen whether I like it or not, so just embrace it. I did what I wanted to, if I was watching what I want my heroes to do. So in that moment I became my own hero and I was just playing it off. Just being so proud of myself and just doing what in my head I think a fighter should be like.
So when you walked in there, you got your victory, you had a moment with your dad afterwards.
Yeah.
And again, I didn't even know you. I'm like, I bet this guy would like this moment. I did the best I could with what I had.
It was so good. Especially me being very sentimental because of my parents. That's a photo I will cherish for the longest time. Yeah, it's very good.
No, that's awesome. Yeah. So that was your first your debut. You fought against another gentleman. Was that his debut as well?
No, he's had 2 fights.
Okay.
2 fights.
So when you walked out afterwards, like you went to celebrate, I'm sure. Now how old are you?
22.
You're 22. Okay, so you're young.
Yeah.
So is this something that you're going to be pursuing until the wheels fall off, as they say? Are you going to keep going this, or is this something you just had as a bucket list? You know, are you trying to? Are you hoping to one day make a career of this, or is it something that you do just to fill up?
Well, I hope I can get a career out of it. I have definitely started because I love it. I've actually...
Well then, if you're going to make a career out of this, now I got 2 drinks. Now,
enjoy it. I need it because of the nerves.
No, it's all good.
Well, actually, yeah, it just started because I loved it. I have a degree in marketing that I got just because I had to. So this was just started because I loved it, and then if I can make a career out of that, it'd be amazing.
I almost hate myself for asking this question because it's so cliche. Were you a troubled child?
No.
See, yeah, you didn't strike me at that. Like, I mean, you had a very good positive demeanor. But you know how a lot of fighters, fight their way out of a situation.
Yeah.
So you came from a pretty stable background.
Yeah, I'm very fortunate. My parents, we moved around a lot, but we still were able to stay at the same schools, the same friends. Parents always got along. Just never any issues. I was actually a bit of a wuss growing up, so I just took that with me.
So what? I mean, I guess did you get picked on?
Not picked on. I was just a weird kid, but I sort of go along with the cool guys sometimes. I was just in that middle. I didn't really fit, but didn't really have an identity sort of feel.
I guess that's called being young, adolescence.
Yeah.
Everyone's trying to figure out their place. Everyone avoids getting hit in the face. People are going to try anything they can do to get out of a fight. That's just people.
Yeah.
Male, female alike, the last thing we want to do is go into physical confrontation. Was there a moment in your training where you not liked getting hit, but you accepted that the punch was coming? Like, because you're going to get hit in the fight no matter what.
Exactly.
I mean, you're going to get hit, you're going to take it down, you're going to take other people down, but even that takes a toll on your body. Is there a point in your training where you're like, okay, you're not, flinching your face, you're not moving? I mean, have you accepted punishment, I guess?
Yeah, more or less. Like you said, it's going to happen regardless. And that's how I took the fight. That's my mentality. I went into the fight like it's gonna happen. I'm gonna get punched in the face. I'm gonna get taken down. I might even lose, but that's the game we play. So if I'm gonna get punched in the face, that's what it's gonna be.
Do you have other things that are you a thrill seeker in general, or is fighting where you get your thrills?
Fighting is where I get my thrills. I'm there 5-6 days a week. But I think the actual passion is in competition. I grew up a lot playing rugby league, competing every week.
How is that being a wuss? How is that being a wuss? If y'all have seen rugby, that's no joke. These people get down. These Aussies are crazy. And you're like, oh, I only play rugby. I'm like, I don't know. So
I was a scrawny little kid. I just passed it. You do all the work. But
so humble. I just saw him rip a man's arm off. I saw him rip a man's arm off, and he was a grown-up. He had a grown man's strength. This guy ripped it off. He's like, I'm not that tough. You're pretty tough to me. So you played rugby.
Yeah, and so 4 years ago, I actually moved out there. So I used to live in Sydney.
Okay.
And so when I come here, the rugby scene isn't that big. It's all in AFL.
That's footy.
That's footy, yeah.
Yeah, I know what's up, dude. I watch these things. I saw the women take charge.
Yeah.
The Crows beat the Carlton when I went to go see it live.
Perfect. My mom was there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Go Crows, go.
Go Crows.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's... Sorry.
Don't apologize. We're talking to you.
Yeah, so moved here. Wasn't really a rugby league scene here. A few clubs. I tried touch footy. That was alright, but I didn't really get the impact of the tackle and the actual competition part with the physicality.
But you're such a wuss.
I'm a wuss.
You're such a wuss. You're like, I crave more danger. I want to grasp for my last breath.
Yeah. It's me trying to break out of that wussy shell and just become a man.
Fair enough. Very George St. Pierre of you.
Yeah.
I was picked on as a child. So I'm like, he goes through that dark place in his head sometimes.
Yeah.
So next step for you is you take on your next fight.
Yeah.
Now, Do you have training camps, or is it just a constant evolution at this point? Because you are new to the game.
Yeah.
So at this point, are you actually setting time and you're not training for people, you're just training overall?
Yeah, just training overall. I was in a fight camp for this camp, but to be honest, the way I trained, because I love it so much, I'm there all the time. The only thing that changed really was my diet. Just getting down and just, constantly improving.
What weight are you fighting at?
66.1 featherweight.
Okay, yeah, you're doing kilos, right?
yeah, kilos.
I still haven't gotten that yet.
I prefer pounds. It's 145 pounds.
Why do you prefer pounds?
Because the UFC does it. That's what you see all the time.
Okay, there you
it's
go.
easy to remember, yeah.
Okay, so you're about 145.
Yes.
So you're fighting in Max Holloway's division.
Yeah.
Max Holloway's fighting Dustin Poirier. Who do you think wins that fight?
I've got Max.
I do too. How do you think it goes down?
I want to say the same as the Brian Ortega fight. The styles are very similar, and Dustin Poirier is that kind of scrapper that plays into Max Holloway's game.
I actually agree with you. Man, I wish this fight wasn't happening, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because I want Dustin Poirier to get his, well, I suppose it's an interim title shot. So I want him to get his shot. He has earned it. I mean, he has been in some violent fights. There was a time where you weren't sure as a fan if he was going to get his shot. He is getting his shot, but he's giving it against Max Holloway.
Yeah.
Who doesn't give a like that dude is like, it is what it is.
Yep.
10th Island. Look, however the fight goes, they're both deserving of it, but I was curious about that, which brings up my next point. So Max Holloway is moving up to 155 from 145 to fight Dustin Poirier. He used to be at 145. He started at 155, then went to 145, realized he lost a lot of what he had going for him at 145. He didn't have that strength, wasn't able to take that punch. He didn't feel like himself because he was at 155, he's been on a tear. What are your thoughts on weight cutting in general? For you, is it difficult, and what do you think about how does it affect the fighters?
Well, for me,
Well, you're young. You're
Yeah.
22.
Yeah, so I just want to point out it was very easy.
Yeah, you can take a shit and drop fucking 10 pounds, or how many kilos is that? I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, it was very easy. I started dieting 6 weeks out, just cutting out junk food, soft drink, a lot of sugar, and in the end, all I did was just sauna for 20 minutes.
And do you think the weight cutting, like right now for you, you're not having to drop massive weight? Like you didn't look like you were drawn out when I saw you the day of the fight.
Yeah.
You weren't just like, oh, then you came in there and started kind of T-Rexing it with your arms and stuff. But do you think it plays a factor in the top level of fighting? Because I mean, you're looking at Darren Till.
Yes. Yeah.
Darren Till's dropping 165 pounds a day
Yeah.
to make that 170.
Yeah.
He got flattened by Jorge Masvidal. Did you see that fight?
Yeah. That big overhead.
But that's a perfect example because Darren Till's cutting like 765 pounds and keeps going up. And Masvidal went from 155 to 170. So he had all this strength.
Yeah.
He wasn't hungry. He wasn't famished. He didn't have to recuperate.
Yeah.
Now, it was a tight fight. But can Darren Till take that shot had he been fighting at middleweight instead? What are your thoughts on the whole weight cutting thing? Because Donald Cerrone went up too for a while.
Yeah.
But then he ran into a couple of problems there. But that could just be a better fighter. Or not his night.
Yeah. Well, Donald Cerrone's doing good as a dad now. Dad Cerrone's killing it.
Daddy Cerrone.
Yeah. But yeah, Darren Till, I want him to move up. There's just them people, their body types just work better.
Big frame.
Yeah, and then you see him on the weigh-in days and their faces all drawn out, their cheeks are exposed, and it's just horrible. With them, they need to move up. There's a lot of examples, like you pointed out, as well as Kelvin Gastelum and Kevin Lee actually pushing for that 165 division, which I think would be really great for the sport.
That would be good for a lot of fighters.
Yeah.
That's where I want my boy Cowboy Cerrone to take the title.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I want him to. I want him to have a title so bad.
Yeah.
So your whole thing is, do you think they should cut it or not? That amount of weight. Do you think drastic weight cuts are okay?
No. I can't wait because I could do it. It wasn't hard for me. It was my first one, so I was going to try it out. If I had to move up, I had to move up. But yeah, you don't want to put yourself in that position where you're killing yourself a day before you have to fight.
See, that's the logic of a college graduate. As they say over here, he went to uni. So being a uni graduate, that's smart, that's intelligent. So what's the next move for you now? Like, during training camp, you cut out the beer?
Yeah. Before Friday, I hadn't had a beer in 8 weeks.
I need to put myself through a training camp. For what? Just to win, not drinking. So when is your next fight? Do you know when that is, or are you going to wait for something to pop up?
No, there is a couple of fights locally that are coming up around June, August. But I'm really, all the fighting stuff, I just do the training. All of it, I leave it up to my coach's hands. That's what they know, that's what they're best at. I just do the training. So I'll go to him on Monday, have a chat, and see what's next.
So you're wearing your gym shirt. What's the name of your gym?
M16, Fight and Fitness.
Why is it called M16? Is that a gun?
Yeah.
Texas.
Yeah.
Is that a gun?
Yeah. So I actually don't know the story behind it. It would be a good story in television for me to tell you, but basically it's my coach's nickname.
And your coach has a striking background, right?
Yeah, he's a very successful Muay Thai fighter.
I asked around while I was at the fight, after your fight, I'm like, who's that? Who's that? What team is this? And the people I was with were like, actually, that's who this is, that's who this is. So, does your coach with a striking background, is he able to acquire the services of people with ground specialists at his gym?
Yeah, well, and he's very accomplished in the ground services as well. He's actually an accomplished MMA fighter as well. Held a title and whatever else, but we do have a strong network of guys in the gym. We've got, do you mind if I say the names?
No, I want you to, that's why I asked.
Okay, cool. So
I appreciate you being kind, but let's shout out your boys. Let them know, your girls too, man. I mean, you're my first Australian MMA interview.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's really cool, and I want you to shout out your peeps. They're the ones who molded you.
Yeah.
They're the ones who got you that victory that I witnessed firsthand. So, shout them out, man. Let them know what's up.
Cool, perfect. So the head coach, Miles Simpson, well-rounded. He's the head coach. He's the brains of the organization. Then we've got Adam Jones. He's a wizard on the ground. Very accomplished no-gi jiu-jitsu guy. Then we've got our wrestlers, like Taylor Ford, an Olympic wrestler, Adam Collette. And then they're just the coaches. Just the guys that are around the gym are just killers. They're in it for the love of the game. They're just amazing at what they do. They've got so much knowledge. I'm like a sponge when I'm there. It's just all knowledge all day, every day. And there's no way you can't learn. It's just an environment for that, environment for growth.
So as I was watching the fights, I noticed something, not just with your fighters. I took in a different perspective because I was invited by a gentleman I met at a winery, Justin Whitey invited me over there.
Yeah.
So he says, hey, come watch these fights. And I was just like, hell yeah. Well, normally if I go watch a fight, like I've seen the UFC, I've seen WEC when it was still around. Yeah. I saw Cerrone Henderson won.
Oh, right.
So I saw that literally 5 rows back.
Yeah.
And it was just, and I didn't know either one of them were. But I'm coming from the perspective of a fan.
Yeah.
I get to see it, I get to yell, I get to, lock in the arm bar, lock in the triangle, roll, twist, wizard. I get to say stuff that I think I know, but I don't. But from a fighter's perspective, I was surrounded by a bunch of fighters and a bunch of teammates and someone's mother. And how is it watching your friends fight? Because I saw a dude the second fight. Yeah, that's right. The second fight, the guy got knocked out in 7 seconds.
Yeah.
From what I understood, a judoka. The dude who kicked him was a judo guy.
Yeah.
And he ended up laying that guy flat. Now, as an audience member, I just saw best case scenario, car wreck. I'm screaming, I'm yelling. He walked in there believing that was impossible. He walked in there thinking he was going to win. Then he got flattened. But that's someone's brother. That's someone's father. That's someone's teammate. How do you feel when you watch your mates go in there to fight? How does that feel, dude? That's gotta be crazy.
It was actually harder than competing myself. Because when you're in there, you just autopilot, you do what you do. it's on you. But when you're watching someone else, you know their story, you're friends with them, you don't want them to have that 7-second head kick knockout. There was 2 guys that fought the week before me, so last week. I was a mess. I'm like, I'm gonna do this. It's crazy. And for them to both win, it was amazing. And just carrying that into my fight as well has pushed me even further. But I'm very fortunate that, yeah, I've had some losses from the gym, but you know, nothing that bad. You know.
Do you know the guy who got head kicked in the face?
No, I don't.
You got dubbed, right?
Yeah, I don't think he knows me.
No, I'm just saying. Now that I know it's not your mate, I'm just like, dude, that was brutal.
Yeah.
Like that was like I texted the Lizard Man. He's a good friend of mine. He's the one who brought me out to Adelaide, and we text about MMA all the time. I'm like, dude, I saw this guy get Ronda Rousey versus Holly Holm kick in the face.
Yeah.
Which so in MMA, as a fan, are you able to watch as a fan, or do you sit there and dissect, or are you constantly learning? Can you have your favorites? Because I know it's a comic. I often don't like watching comedy.
Yeah.
I'd rather watch something else.
Yeah.
Because it's like making me do homework.
Yeah.
But other times I watch comedy, and especially if it's live, and I'm having the greatest.
Yeah.
I'm just laughing at things that other people are laughing at. I see what's happening. You know the moves before they come.
Yeah.
You're able to see the product, and then afterwards I judge it as a comic. But endearing. If it's even close to good, I'm just.
Yeah.
Do you watch the UFC as a fan or as a practitioner?
As a fan, I did that before I did the fighting. But you know, you're a fighter, you're always switched on. Like, well, that's a armbar, that's a triangle, that's a kick. You're just always on. But it is very exciting to watch, and I can still watch it as a fan just because I love it so much.
Who's your favorite fighter?
I might get in trouble for this because Conor McGregor. Yes, I know. He's the one who actually started for me wanting to fight.
Do you have Irish descent in you?
No. I'll try to claim it. I'll have to do a 23andMe and do the saliva.
Yeah, I've seen your little ginger there, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
I like Conor McGregor just fine.
Yeah.
The stuff that's going on with him right now is pretty ridiculous. That's probably where you're like, I might get in trouble.
Yeah.
That's fine. Humanity is no one's flawless. I don't think that we should bury him. I think the Russians might do it on their own. Dude, they weren't playing around after that fight. Khabib Eagle Bear smashed that dude. Crazy. So when Conor McGregor, so he's at 155, which he shouldn't be at 145 anymore. He was done. Youth was able to get him there, and he's not doing that anytime soon. Which is the biggest matchup you're looking for? You know what? Fuck that question. How do you feel about John Jones?
He's the GOAT.
Really?
Regardless.
Really?
I know, I don't
Where's
like...
my white gloves? Like
Please do,
Yeah.
because I hate it myself, because, you know, I've never been one for drug use or PEDs and the car crash with the pregnant
pregnant
lady.
lady broke her arm, went back for his drugs, his pong, his paraphernalia. Did not to check on her, not to be a hero.
Yeah.
But continue. Why do you like him?
It's the same thing with Conor McGregor. He's done a lot
Conor
of...
McGregor doesn't cheat though.
Exactly. But he does a lot of shady shit. But his body of work in the cage is second to none.
I like hating John Jones because it's fun for me. I'm sure if I hung out with him, I'd be like, yeah, that guy's all right.
Yeah.
But I'm a DC guy. So me being a DC guy,
Yeah.
I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. I'm supposed to hate the Redskins. I'm supposed to hate the stupid Eagles.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to hate the stupid Giants, and I also hate the Patriots. That's ingrained in me.
Yeah.
John Jones, I'm sure a lot of people think he's a great guy. I was just curious your take on that.
Yeah.
Just because, you know, it's somewhat of a hot topic. He seems to be on his own redemption path right now.
Yeah.
But so if you could pick a fantasy fight, I realize you only want to know.
Yeah.
Fantasy fight between you and another fighter, who would it be?
Yeah, that is a good question.
And let's pretend that we're in a magical world
Yeah.
where weight's not an issue.
Wait, so
So like you can just press a button and be like 205, and you possess the skills at 205
That would
that
be
you
a good
possess
fight.
at 145
Yeah.
or at heavyweight. Who was your fantasy fight? You better pick somebody. Like, you pick someone that you want to punch in the face. I want to punch John Jones.
John Jones, yeah.
And Tom Brady, who's a football player.
Tom Brady.
But I want to punch him in the face. Fuck Tom Brady.
That's a hard one. I don't really hate too many people. But, you know, looking at current events, it'd be nice to fight Colby Covington.
What a douche.
Yeah.
What a douche. Like, and now that I'm traveling the planet, boy, does he make us look bad.
Yeah.
Like, all of this right here.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you're an American, like that douche nugget. I'm like, oh, God, I forgot about that. Now that I'm in Australia, I'm just like, you know what? If you want to fight Colby Covington, I'll make some calls. And I'll show up there and Tanya Hardy him with a bat. I'll bash his name. So, because fuck that guy. Dude, what do you think about Kamaru Usman fighting Tyron?
Yeah. Yeah.
He attacked everything.
Yeah, and just made...
Knees, everything.
He made Tyron Woodley look like me up against Kamaru Usman. Just had no answer.
Wow, what a fight.
Yeah, and I'm a big fan of Tyron Woodley as well, despite all the media and hate against him.
Dude, you really have your head on straight though, because like, I've had a love-hate relationship with Tyron Woodley. Sometimes I'm like, dude, get over it. Other times I'm like, nah, you got a point though, man. You got to stand up for yours. You got to, you got to know your worth.
Yeah.
And lately, as of the last year or two, I've been like, man, yeah, Tyron. A fight's a fight. What happened, happened.
It definitely happened.
There's no denying that. So what's next on the horizon for you? Like, if someone wants to follow your MMA career, where do they find you on social media?
Definitely on Instagram is where I'm most active. So just Vidler Oz. It's VIDLERAUS. Just for all the updates.
AUS?
Yeah, for Australia.
AUS?
Yeah.
AUS. Oh my God.
I'm very creative.
Yeah, no. I was just like, why AUS? That's like your last. Okay, gotcha. That's the wine. Dude, wine gets me a little bit weird.
What are you drinking?
I'm drinking a Shiraz from McClarabelle.
Oh, right, local too.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely, dude.
Yeah.
They took me on a nice little journey and they let me know what's up. They got me white girl wasted. Like, I had like 3 different wineries and I think I had like 20 something wines.
Yeah.
And I weighed like 280. And I was still like, singing when the moon hits your eye like a big piece. I was doing that, dude. So they can find you on social media. If someone wants to go train in your gym, is that an option as well? Can they sign up? Are there private classes? If someone wants to train at M16?
Yeah, definitely. Hit up M16_gym_Seaford on Instagram as well. Or just contact me and I'll put you in the right direction. We've definitely got an open door policy, no politics. We're just there to train and just improve.
Very tight-knit group, because I watched your people cheering you on, man. So
I love them.
You know what? For Luke Vidler, I'm Jacob James Garcia. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
Dude, you killed it, dude. You crushed it. You submitted this program right here. I tap, but in the best of ways, my friend. Until next time, you guys rock the day, rule the night.